Hey y'all. Hey Deb. Hey Kylie. Hey Rondi. Look, I may be 1 minute early. Ha ha. We're getting better. We're getting better. Oh, tonight's live. Oh Lordy mercy. We're still gonna be in the house being torn down, but it's gonna be pretty interesting. I think I've got it set up just right. I think I've got my videos uploaded and my pictures uploaded, and I think we may be okay. Hey Rondi. Hey Chloe. So, of course, we always start with a song, so we're gonna start with a song.
How can a person cause such rage? You destroyed me at a tender age. Always so demeaning and critical, changing me to useless and pitiful. As an adolescent, you put me on Mazenor. For that, I am fat forevermore. You gave me no emotional support, even when you forced me to abort. Always making me feel of no use. I left with him to flee your abuse. With him I would stay black and blue, battered and broken with no open arms from you. You would only say that I chose that life when I left you to become his wife. I had to play the hand I was dealt, so I learned to ignore any pain I felt. Since the very day I was born, I have been yours to forever scorn. I was always the one for you to persecute, damning me in ways I can never dispute. Has taken many mistakes, pitfalls and years, but I finally have the one to wipe my tears with. Marty's love, I have sifted through the mass destruction, accredited to only you. Your last wish for me was a miserable life. It will never happen, for I am Marty's wife. As Marty's wife, I stand strong, no longer useless or always wrong. So you may think that you have won, but you are wrong, for my life has just begun. As Marty's wife, I speak aloud. I no longer need to make you proud. As Marty's wife, I am safe from harm, so I no longer need your arms. Marty was sent from heaven above. As Marty's wife, I no longer need your love. I am no longer your little girl. I grew up to be the queen of Marty's world, so you keep everything I used to miss. As Marty's wife, my world is filled with a kiss.
All right, y'all. Chloe has requested a dance song, so we're gonna give Chloe a dance song. So, y'all, give me just 1 second. Yay, it's uploading. I can't believe it. Oh, if Nina can't find a dance song, she must sing one. Well, the one I'm about to play, I wrote it, but y'all can dance to it. But I'm not singing it. Mountain Mama. Hey, Mountain Mama. Let's see, we've got Chloe, Rondi, Deb, Mountain Mama, Kylie, Rondi. I know I saw Dolphin in here. Where's Dolphin? Dolphin. Lord have mercy, Sunflower. There's Sunflower. It's a girls' night out tonight. All right, let's see if this uploaded.
Harsh words, violent blows, hidden secrets, nobody knows. Eyes are open, hands are fisted. Deep inside, I'm warped and twisted. So many tricks, so many lies. Too many wins, too many whys. Nobody's special, nobody's gifted. I'm just me, warped and twisted. Sleeping awake, choking on a dream. Listen loudly, my silence screams. Calm my mind, the numbers unlisted. Lost in someone, warped and twisted. On my knees, alive but dead. Look at all the blood I shed. I'm not gone, but my head's drifted. Don't expect much, I'm warped and twisted. Burnt out, wasted and hollow. Today's just yesterday's tomorrow. The sun dried out, the ashes sifted. I'm still here, warped and twisted.
All right, did Chloe get on video and dance for y'all? All right, ladies, ladies, ladies. I don't think we got any gents in here, so as y'all know, I have spent the last 2 nights away from doing a live because I have been trying to find some information. And I found some of it, not exactly what I'm wanting, but it'll be enough to get me started. So, we've already discussed the remediation of the crime scene, and we watched how they clean a crime scene and stuff like that. Not on video. My bra is off. Okay, you're forgiven. So we got down to, okay, January the 3rd, disaster relief came in and they started the remediation for the crime scene. And they got finished about the middle of January, closer to the end of January. But then the last part of June, they got called back out to the house. And the reason why is because they had found asbestos and lead in the house. And they were the ones to come out and they had to do the asbestos abatement. And um I think they do it by wetting it down and stuff like that. So what I did was, in case I got a little 3-minute video for those of y'all, I know everybody knows about asbestos, but I just feel better if I put it out there and explain it. So, because it explains it better than I can.
Asbestos, a health hazard. The impact of asbestos exposure on human health has been studied for many years. Results show that inhalation of asbestos fibers is the leading cause of many serious diseases. Detailed analysis of asbestos-related illnesses has revealed that most of these are dose-response related. The general assumption is that the greater the exposure to airborne asbestos fibers, the greater the risk of developing an illness. It is important to remember that intact, undisturbed asbestos-containing material ACM generally does not pose a health risk when maintained in good condition and not disturbed, as they are unlikely to release asbestos fibers. However, asbestos fibers may be released due to vibrations or air movement, deterioration over time, or damage stemming from maintenance, repair, cleaning, or accidental contact by workers or building occupants. Once inhaled, these fibers can remain in the lungs for a long period of time as they are not easily destroyed or degraded, leading to several disabling and fatal diseases, including asbestosis, pleural plaques, lung cancer, and mesothelioma. Asbestos, a health hazard. Once inhaled, these fibers can remain in the lungs for a long period of time as they are not easily destroyed or degraded, leading to several disabling and fatal diseases, including asbestosis, pleural plaques, lung cancer, and mesothelioma. These diseases do not develop immediately following exposure to asbestos fibers and have a long latency period, taking some 20 years or more from initial exposure until the onset of symptoms. Asbestosis. Asbestosis is a disease characterized by lung scarring which reduces lung elasticity. People with asbestosis usually exhibit shortness of breath accompanied by a cough. The scar-like tissue does not expand and contract like the normal lung tissue, and breathing becomes difficult. Blood flow to the lungs may also decrease, which causes the heart to enlarge. This is a serious disease which can eventually lead to disability or death. Pleural plaques. Pleural plaques are characterized by areas of hyalinized collagen fibers that form in the pleura, the thin membrane that surrounds the lungs and envelops the inside of the chest. The majority of people with pleural plaques do not show any obvious symptoms, which may take many years to appear. Mesothelioma. Mesothelioma is a rare, aggressive form of cancer that develops in the linings of the lung, heart, abdomen, or testes. Despite other potential risk factors, the only known cause of malignant mesothelioma is exposure to asbestos. It has a long latency period and its symptoms may take some 10-50 years to appear. Mesothelioma is almost always fatal, with an average life expectancy of 12-21 months. Lung cancer. Asbestos-related lung cancer is a malignancy of the lungs that develops when a person inhales microscopic asbestos fibers which then become lodged in the lung tissue. Over the course of many years, the accumulation of these fibers in the lungs leads to considerable genetic and cellular damage, causing the lung cells to turn cancerous. Prognosis for this disease depends on the type and stage of cancer.
And yay me, I remembered to unmute my microphone, so we may be batting 1,000 tonight. Okay, so now we've done our little thing on asbestos. My dad worked at the steel plant for 35 years. He actually died of asbestosis, and it's not anything fun at all. So I guess what caught my attention about it was when I saw the asbestos, I was like, wait a minute. Do they have to let like the prior tenants and people like that know that they've lived in a house that's got asbestos in it? And so I started looking for all the, I guess, legal documents concerning it, because you have to have an assessment done, then you have to have the assessment removal plan. You have to have, I mean, all the legal stuff through the EPA and everything. And I can't find anything, but I did find a whole bunch of emails between the college and the previous owner. Now, keep in mind that they charged them $62,984 for, now that's for, it just says disaster response. So I don't know if that's the cleanup of the crime scene added on with the asbestos, or if it's just the asbestos. Oh, thank you, Kylie. But people wondered, why would you donate a house? And if you think about it, you've already got a stigmatized property because of the tragedy that happened there. Now you've got a house that's full of asbestos and lead. So I'm sure they probably read between the lines and was like, you know what? We are now in a money pit. So they probably wrote it off for a good hefty sum. And the college, the land is what they wanted. Um, so anyway, let's see what we got next. Okay, so the first email. And I have to wait on it to come up on my other phone so I can read it. So, because I sure can't read that. And I don't know why the lag is so far behind on my other phone, but it seems like it takes forever. All right, so this one says, I have a few updates regarding the asbestos results. Oh, Lord. I swear, if everything ever went right, how about we change this? We'll get this right in just a minute, y'all. There we go. So, anyway, this is from Josh Tannenberg with GO Professional Innovations, and I looked them up, and they are out of Pullman, Washington. It looks like they are the ones that they hired to do all the measuring, testing, and stuff like that to find out just exactly how much is there. So it says that I am blind. Okay, I have a few updates regarding the asbestos results from our sampling efforts last week. I received the results today, and two materials were identified as asbestos containing building materials, ACM. So it says some layered vinyl flooring in the second floor bedroom and hallway in front of the laundry room. Now, I thought the laundry room was downstairs on the first floor. Am I mistaken? But maybe he just means the bathroom coming out of Xana's room. And it says that there's some green vinyl floor tiles that were identified by the lab as 4% chrysotile asbestos. This is the outer bottommost layer of flooring overlying the wood substrate, and the mastic layer is not ACM. The joint compound and smooth texture material on the drywall system on the first floor was also 2 to 3% chrysotile. I have instructed the laboratory to conduct additional point count analysis of these layers for the chance the qualitative 400 point count method will show that they are actually non-ACM. So that's good. So what I did was I went and I got a video, not a video, I guess it's a 360, I guess. So I think what they're talking about when they say the second floor coming out of the bedroom in front of the laundry room would probably be all of Xana's room and coming out into the hallway. Is that what y'all would read from that? Because I don't think it's going to be coming out of right here. I don't think it would be coming out of there because they talk about the laundry room or a bathroom. See, Rondi, that was me. Do the rental properties, do they have to be tested every so often? And from what I've seen, they do. But what happened was when they did the cleanup for the crime scene, they had to take some flooring up in Xana's floor to clean. I mean, it sounds bad, but yeah, I thought the laundry room was on the first floor, but he specifically says the bedroom coming out into the hallway on the second floor. But even at the first floor, it could be a bedroom coming out into the hallway. Yeah, yeah, okay. So, um, but anyway, that was the first email that I found. And then another email actually talks about that it is 200 square feet of asbestos. Now, the only way that I knew to figure that is like a 10 by 10 room, and I didn't really, a bedroom coming out into the hallway. So, anyway, I went and I asked Perplexity, and Perplexity said that that is like, uh, I asked her if it was a shitload of asbestos. She said, yes, it is a significant amount. So, what I've wondered is since Team Idaho owned this one and they owned like five others, do those have asbestos? I mean, I wonder if like it would, if you've got one rental property that has asbestos and lead, would somebody say, well, you know what? We might need to check all your properties, you know, like a domino effect. So, but I got worried about, because, even short term exposure to asbestos can cause problems. I mean, I talked to Chloe the other day, and she even talked about how the asbestos and mold and any kind of things like that, could affect your skin and stuff like that. So, all right, so that I read that email. I'm having to delete them, so I won't repeat them. So then I found, how anybody want to take a guess how much it cost to demo the house? Now we've already got 62,000 just for the uh getting the asbestos out of there. And what amazed me was it was like, got to get the asbestos out before you can demo the house. And I'm like, what? So they had to pay $62,000 to get the asbestos out just to demo the house. And this $20,000 is what it cost the U of I to have the house demoed. Then it cost $644 to get the permit to do it with. And Germer, yeah, I think it's Germer. Yeah, Germer Construction. They are the ones that did the demo of it. And what got me was he's talking about that they're going to put shot rock. And I'm like, what the heck is shot rock? And he goes in to explain what shot rock is. And it's like rocks and stuff that they've gotten from, like, I guess, explosive sites and stuff like that. And that's what they're going to use to fill in, because when they demoed the house, they were instructed to take all the patios. I mean, it is to go down to nothing but dirt. That's it. But here's what was amazing to me is this was the road closure. I couldn't believe that all that to demo a house, all those road closures. And I sit there and I studied it and I studied it. And I finally figured out that it was so the trucks could go out in so many different directions that they couldn't be followed. Like if one went out this way, another one could go out that way. Sort of like keeping keeping everybody, distracted from it so that they wouldn't know which way they were going. Whoa, what's close say? I always thought the laundry. Yeah, the laundry room is on the bottom floor. I think he misspoke, but because I think what he's meaning is the bathroom coming out right there at Xana's room. But even if it's on the first floor, that would be coming out of what, bedroom 6, because the laundry room would be coming down that hallway. But you consider at 200 square feet, because asbestos is measured in linear feet. So it could come right on out into the hallway, either the first hallway or the second hallway. And because the first and second floor, that would be the original floors. Oh yeah, the house crumbled like cardboard. I mean, if you'll notice right here on the permit, it's they've got the building valued at $50,000. Oh, there is a washer and dryer. There is a washer and dryer in the hallway going. I did not know that, Deb. Well, ain't that just something? I did not know that. Thank you. I know there's 6 bedrooms and then there's a bathroom on each floor. So then, if anybody's got any shovels and they're ready to go digging, I found where they buried the house. House shovel will travel. And Deb was like, well, aren't they just too smart? because they buried it at the dump. I mean, just like everybody would think, but it was like that's so obvious. But what they did was they took it to the it's the waste processing, and if you'll notice right here, if you'll notice to the left, there's a bunch of looks like big mounds of dirt lined up, and that's where they buried the hazardous material, and it's like 50 foot deep. I mean, all right, Mountain Mama, one bathroom each floor. Oh, Deb says you go, Nina. I need a vacation. No, Nina, I think the laundry room's on the second floor. If you look at the, oh yeah, heck, I don't know. But anyway, he said in the letter it says the second floor coming out of the bedroom into the hallway in front of the laundry room. But what's bothering me is I can't find any kind of assessment reports. I can't find any kind of anything like that. Nothing. Um, let's see what this one is. Okay, this one's where it says the 200 square feet. It's less than 200 square feet, and it's on the second floor of the extending into the hallway on the second floor. And then this one. Okay, this one's talking about that he forgot to do a test on the lead paint. I think it was in one of the bedrooms. That's what that one's talking about. I'm like, dude, you're getting paid to do this testing, and you're going to just sit there and say, oh, I forgot to do that. And then okay, this one's the one where they check the roof, and the roof is good. Nina, do you want me to go? Do you want to go live with me tomorrow with all this? We can dual stream. Yeah, we can do that. Um, there can't be a washer and dryer across the second floor bathroom. Santa's closet is there, and open air. With oh, Dolphin, I think they're talking about that it may be inside the bathroom. Oh, Deb sent me the floor plan. Hang on, y'all. Oh, I uploaded them. Where'd they go? There they are. All right. So I think Deb says that the laundry room is on the first floor because there's the stairs going up. Thank you, Deb. Okay, cool. I'm here, everyone. I'm going to braid both daughters' hair at 2 a.m. That's normal. Yeah, that's normal. I braid my daughter's hair at 2 a.m. No problem. When you walk up from the first floor to the second floor and turn right, there's that long wall, open air, right. Yes, the floor plan is more accurate. It's the first floor. And I thought that on the first floor was like that big bathroom and uh, laundry room that's combined. Okay, show them the second floor. Okay. And there's the second floor. You've got, oh, that's crazy looking. Wait a minute. Oh, I get it now. I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't look right. Okay, so there's the kitchen. See, that does say laundry. So there's two laundry? Oh my gosh, it is across the hallway at the end of the. Do y'all see that? Am I crazy? Do y'all see that? Okay, so at the other side of the laundry, at the other side of the stairs, it shows a washer and a dryer. That's the wrong floor plan. Yeah, well, right now it don't have any floors. So anyway, there's asbestos on one of those floors. Um, so then we have, let's see.
Yeah, it coincided at almost the exact same time that the hearing was happening. All of a sudden, we're seeing images and pictures of trucks backed up to the front of the house, the front doorway. We had, luckily, multiple photographers here in Idaho. One was helping me here at the courthouse. We sent the other one here and caught that footage of those trucks right up against the door. I asked the University of Idaho about it. Basically, what they told me was that the court has officially turned over this house and the possessions that were inside of it to the families, meaning everything that belonged to the victims inside of that house can now go back to their respective homes. The move out process, Brian, expected to take at least several weeks. And then I also asked about plans for a demolition. They're not budging on that. They said, as of right now, this is only a move out process. There are no plans right now for demolition.
That's interesting because they've said in the past that they did plan to demolish the house, something that makes a lot of the family members of the victims very, very upset, thinking that that house should remain there in case there is a trial and perhaps the jurors want to walk through. So we'll have to see if they decide to leave the house there. But certainly interesting to see the action happening out there today.
Okay, so that was them reporting on the second time that they came, which is doing the asbestos abatement and stuff like that. And PKC says, I wonder if this was before the bottom floor was enclosed for more living area. Right. So we're going to delete that one. And we're back to the $62,000. Wow, that's a lot of money. And I did this video just because, I guess, sentimental reasons. It is the last, it's one of the last videos taken before it come down. And I remember Hunter saying that when he went back to college, that when he woke up in the mornings and looked out his window, that's what he saw was the King Road house. Okay, and so then let's see. Tough You says, "Okay, I have to ask, what does?" Oh, wait a minute, where'd he go? Tough You says, "Okay, I have to ask, what does the location of the washer and dryer or asbestos have to do with the crime? Please know that I am not trying to be a smartass. I don't get it." You're not being a smartass, and it doesn't bother me if you are being a smartass. So, um, I think what it is throughout the 2.5 years that this has been going on, the demolition of the house has always had some kind of nefarious reason for it. They had to tear it down because somebody did this, or they had to tear it down because somebody did that, or all it did was lead to all kinds of conspiracy theories and everything, you know, because the house got tore down. And then, them donating the house caused a lot of conspiracy theories. And don't get me wrong, I'll sit here and I'll tell anybody the University of Idaho benefited mightily well when this happened. I mean, it opened up a whole lot of avenues. They have the Greek Row expansion strategy that starts 2025 to 2026, which is going to go into the King Road area. And in 2020 or 2021, they actually ran out of student space, and they had to rent all the rooms at a motel. Well, the next year they ended up buying the motel and making it student housing just to have enough housing. So with the Greek Row expansion, see, it's never been said that the healing garden was going to be on that property. It has always been said that the healing garden was going to be um, on the college somewhere, but they didn't know, on university property. And that King Road was going to be like affordable student housing. Um, so what has happened is Team Idaho sold all of their properties to Eagle Investment. Eagle Investment turned around and sold them to Cottonwood Development. Cottonwood Development and Eagle Investment are both owned by Steve Weeks. So I sit there going, why are you going to buy under an investment and then sell to a development? Ding, 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 light bulb went off. The college needs land for the Greek Row strategy expansion, and a development company needs contracts. So it's a win win. I firmly believe the house should be standing. At least he decided to plead. There's still evidence to be found in the house. Well, the problem with that is half of the house was missing. Um, when they went in January and did the cleanup, the remediation for the cleanup, they ended up taking walls, steps, floors out because of the crime scene. And then when they went in June and did the lead and the asbestos, they took more of the house. And so there's just a shell of a house. So there's really not any, there's not any benefit to the house. And y'all, let me get caught up. And Dolphin says, think of it this way: if there's a laundry room in that hall to the right, before you open Xana's door, then where you're absolutely right. I do remember her closet being right there. You're absolutely right. Her closet door is to the left, so you're absolutely right. Cuffew says, okay, I believe the house should still be standing. The problem is nobody can go in that house. Once it got, I mean, it's pretty much condemned between the crime scene, the asbestos, the lead, and everything else it was pretty much condemned. So nobody could go in the house anyway. Um, the other floor plan shows that configuration. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I know. When Hunter was talking about that, he woke up every day and saw that. It just broke my heart. What I was addressing originally was the fact that there's no laundry room across from the bathroom. Yes, you are correct. It doesn't seem like Moscow wanted to deal with the murders and wash their hands of it. I think Moscow was totally 100% overwhelmed with every bit of it. It wasn't clear, I think, well, nothing. But for the time, I think it was implied. Wait a minute. Yes, Rondi, I agree with you. Okay, it wasn't clear. I think we thought you were saying it was on the first floor, not the second floor. I don't think it matters that much, but I was surprised to find out it's in the bathroom next to Xana's. Okay. Nina, I just sent you the 3D view of the hallway. Bare wall on the right side, door to the right. Okay. That is what masks and hard hats are for. No, it's not because you can't do that. There's no floors, there's no walls, there's no stairs. How are you going to get to the second floor if there's no stairs? Okay, and Vana is braiding fast. Dolphin says that's okay. It would be much easier to have a combo in Discord, and for that reason, I'm done. I'm going back. What? Whoa! Wait a minute. Much easier to have the combo in Discord. For that reason, I'm done. Whoa! I don't. Okay. Nina, I heard an interesting take. I don't remember from where. The juror could have never entered the home, but it may have been helpful to have jurors. Yeah, I totally agree with that. They could have definitely walked around on the outside. I totally agree with that. They could have seen where he parked. But now, if you think about it, they still can. I mean, they can still see where he parked. They can still, I mean, let's see. I think I've got a video of the empty plot. And no, it's not the same. I mean, because you can't see the deck, you can't see Maddie's window and stuff like that. And I agree with that. I really do. But, and I think that we may have had a better shot at the house standing if it hadn't have had asbestos and stuff like that. I think. I could be wrong. But I think it shines a little light on maybe why Team Idaho got rid of the house because you consider you've got 20,000 for demo, 62,000 for the abatement, not counting the cleanup was going to be 5 to 7, so you're at $100,000. You know, for what? To tear it down. I'm not mad. I just want to keep discussing without seeing and hearing what someone's trying to point out. I would still, oh, the 3D view. Yes, I'm going to get it right now. Hang on. All right, so there's the laundry room on the first floor. Then here's the second floor. These are the new ones. But here's going to be that's coming out of Xana's room. Right, Deb? Then, oh, they are 3D. Look at that. And all of this is on the first floor, right, Deb? Oh yeah, I want to definitely see the Pharaoh scan. I bet that would. I bet those are going to be really cool. Oh, that's the second floor. Oh, I stand corrected. Okay. Well, so there. So this is the second floor bathroom. Really, I guess that would make a lot of sense. I don't think I've ever seen that bathroom. I don't think I've ever seen that bathroom either. It was mislabeled. Wait a minute. This is the second floor bathroom, not the first, as I said. Okay, so let me get this straight. The second floor bathroom that is next to Xana's room has the washer and dryer in it. Dang, that is a big bathroom. Yeah, see right there where the washer and dryer used to be, you can see the cutout in Xana's room. So, yes, Dolphin, you are correct. So, does it have two laundry rooms? Or did you say it was mislabeled? Well, anyway, it doesn't have any of it now. It's gone. I mean, y'all, you have to admit that house came down. I mean, it came down really, really easy. Really, really easy. Okay, so we're all okay. Actually, I wasn't. I was I was saying that there wasn't a room across from the bathroom, and I could have sworn I saw some different on the first floor. Okay, so let's see. Here's what we've got. These are the updated. Nope, that's the. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So it looks like bedroom one, bedroom two. Hang on, Deb's sending something else. Woohoo! Look at me go. Okay, so Deb just sent this picture And this is the first floor and the tile. Oh, you can tell all that. Oh, wait a minute. So, do you think that hallway would be older because it said the, yeah. I'm trying to decide which one would have the, anyway, they remodeled the house, so maybe there are different floor plans for its owners. Okay, so now where is the entrance to the tunnel? That little door right there, PKC. That's where the tunnel is, right there. See the little door for the little tunnel. That's a joke, y'all. Do not tell anybody that I'm running around saying that there are tunnels. No tunnels. I don't know. See, that hallway floor looks like tile that would have, because it looks like the ceramic tiles like stuff. You know what I'm saying? Sort of like parquet, not parquet. What's it? Is it parquet flooring? Um, y'all know what I'm talking about? I mean, it looks like the must be an elevator. Yeah, like the trolls under the bridge. So anyway, that was just. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess I got curious about it because if if one house has it, you have to wonder about all the other houses because they're all going to be about the same age old. And then you have to wonder how many students have lived in that house with that asbestos in there. And I know that, see what, from what I've understood, what I've read is the asbestos is okay until you start knocking around in there. And that's when it gets dangerous, is when you start like knocking it around or moving it or something like that. That as long as it's just like dormant or whatever, then you're pretty much okay. And I mean, I know that it don't have anything to do with the murders, but y'all, the murders are over. I mean, he's guilty, he's in prison, he's gone. And so, I mean, I can't just keep going with the I can't just keep going with the Koberger stuff because there's not anything, you know. Yeah, when it's disturbed. And so when I ran across this, I was like, well, it still has to do with Idaho 4 and stuff like that, and it's interesting, because it ended up costing $100,000 to knock the house down, and then you have to wonder how long it would have been before the asbestos would have got found out. I mean, I don't want to ever find out like they found out, but I mean, how long would people have lived in that house with asbestos in it? So, and apparently, I have been invited to go live with Vonna tomorrow night. Um, so I'll do that. It'll be before midnight. How about that, y'all? Um, but I'm still doing research and stuff like that. So, and I've got some emails talking about the gifting of the house and how that was done and stuff like that I'm going to go over tomorrow night. And so I guess we will leave with a song. And y'all don't know how much this means to me. I'm going to get out of the midnight hour. I think I'm going to start going on at 10 p.m. every night. And that way we still have a late night, but we have an early night. So if that doesn't agree with someone's schedule, will y'all let me know? I mean, I think 10 a.m. 10 a.m. I mean 10 p.m. I ain't getting up to 10 a.m. Um, okay, Vonna, I'll be looking for it. Let's see. Vonna says, just let me know what time and I will be there. So it's me and Vonna tomorrow night. And then I'm going to start doing 10 p.m. every night because I got to start working my butt off because mama's rent's due. So, let's see. I'll play a song that's apropos. Maybe not. Oh, wait. Well, ain't that some shit? Well, we can't have a live stream that doesn't have some kind of foul up. So I'd rather it foul up on the last song of the night. So here we go. Sorry, but the AI doesn't know how to say 1122.
1222 King Road, where the laughter used to bloom. Echoes in the hallways, in every single room. Friends became a family, love was in the air. Moments made of magic, memories everywhere. They danced in the kitchen, shared secrets in the night, dreamed of bright tomorrows in the soft morning light. But a shadow crept in silence, a monster in disguise, stole their breath, their futures, left tears in our eyes. 122 King Road, not just a place they died, it's where they lived, they loved, where their hearts were tied. Now the walls come crashing down with the memories inside. Oh, 1222, you'll forever be their light. The porch light still flickered, though the joy was torn apart. Each creak of the floorboards held a piece of their heart. A stranger took their voices, left a wound that won't heal, but their love still lingers in the spaces we feel. The families left broken, friends with hearts that ache. Every photo, every story, every choice they make. That house was their haven, their laughter, their home. Now it's rubble and sorrow, but their spirits still roam. 122 King Road, not just a place they died, it's where they lived, they loved, where their hearts were tied. Now the walls come crashing down with the memories inside. Oh, 1222, you'll forever be their light. They say it's for healing, to tear it all away, but the ghosts of their laughter beg the walls to stay. Every brick held a story, every room held a dream. Now the dust carries echoes of a life torn at the seam. Justice waits in shadows, but the truth will rise. Their names will live forever under Idaho skies. Ethan, Xana, Maddie, Kaylee, we'll hold you near. In our hearts, 122 will never disappear. 122